Go down. Take off this panel end, and then so I can have access to the tank. You can see the gen is still very clean. It's just a clean gen.
And not perfectly in fact, but the client doesn't want that first smoke. So we have to extend it and fix it up.
Yeah, you know that last time we wanted to remove the exhaust, then this is damn hot. I forgot myself. But they used to big jam. Don't forget, so I suppose lose here. Alright. What is it? So we have to take this off. Yes. So what we have now is this. We have this is what we have, guys. The reason why this gen smokes now is because oil find a way of getting to the top of this piston. Okay, here is at least supposed to be a little bit dry, but oil find a way of getting to the top of this piston, and that's why the generator smokes, and after some time it dries up. So what we'll be doing next is now we'll be taking off this alternator and then trying to get access to this, and I think we'll just change the rings. We'll just change the rings for this. I have a brand new rings here. I will just simply check the rings if it's going to be appropriate for the generator. Then if that rings is appropriate, then I think it's just to change the rings. So this is a brand new Sumac Fireman rings. So what I'll be doing is just to check if this rings will sit perfectly in the crankcase. If it does sit perfectly, then we are good to go. Wow, I think this is perfect, man. Very tight, very tight. So if you notice, there's no, look at this edge. They're supposed to, you see, it fits in well. It fits in well, no gap whatsoever. So I think this is going to size this gen perfectly and work perfectly. So if there was supposed to be a gap here, then I would just, if there's a huge gap here, I would just assume it will work. But I think this will work perfectly. So what we just need to do now is to basically lose the alternator and get access to the piston. All we just need to do now is to disconnect the dashboard from this alternator. By the dashboard, I mean this. So all the wires that is attached to the dashboard, we just disconnect them, and then we'll be good to go. Meanwhile, for the alternator, if you notice me very well from all the tutorials on this channel, you'll notice that any bolt I take off the alternator, I try my possible best to tie them back immediately, to put them back in position. It's very important. So guys, what we have now is this: the dashboard has been disconnected. Another thing we need to disconnect now is take off the, all right, that's it. Then we take off the carbon brush. Remember I said fix back. Anything you take off, you fix back, especially the bolts. Fix it back, very important. So that's it. What we do next now is to take off the 4 bolts surrounding the generator. So now do the alternator, I mean to.
Since then, you would think you are good though, no doubt. But when there are some places that people are using, even me, there are some places in the generator I may still need help, no matter how good I am. But see that valve, I know this here. If you bring valve, I can't set it. That means you have to change your cam. I already told you guys, your cam is bad. So what I did was to close the valve. I closed the 2 valves. He said the general will leak. I said if it leak.
Wait, no, hammer is not here. We're gonna borrow hammer. See this thing. This is not the right engine for this gen. So guys, I will have to take off this alternator now. So one way I do this is this is 13, right? This is a 13 socket, right? So I'll put the 13 socket here, then add this extension to it, and then hit, so that it will basically displace the alternator from its sitting. So the pit core is out. What we do next now is to take off the armature itself. All right, so this is what we have now. We have just the bare engine, and the next thing we'll be doing now is to take off this alternator seating. Up next, we so guys, we have to change the gasket because of this scattered, so we have to get a new gasket to fix it up. Everything here is okay, but why is it making noise now? A little bit sharper, not bad. Okay, take out the camshaft. Okay, what we need to do now is to detach the con rod from the crankshaft. All right, this is what we have. This is the full piston, everything there is to see in a piston. This is it now, and this piston is still very clean now. But let me take off the rinse and compare it to that one. So I have to bring the brand new piston, brand new rinse and compare it to this one. Okay, so this is the old piston, the one I took out of the generator. So if you notice, there's a huge gap here. There's still a gap here. Okay, but this is the new piece, the new rinse rather. If you notice, there is no gap at all. So fixing this will be way better. All right, fixing this will be way better. So I will just have to take off this and then couple it with the new rinse. So guys, what I'll be doing is very simple. Because I observed that this piston is still very new, I'll be applying wisdom to changing the piston and rings. I'll be applying wisdom to changing the rings. So what I'll be doing, I will change just the pressure rings and I'll leave this oil rings. Okay, the reason I'm doing this is because the block is still very much okay. So it won't be advisable to use these bigger oil rings so it doesn't worn out the block. Is that clear? So what I'll be doing now is just taking off these pressure rings like I've done already and fixing the new pressure rings from the new rings, and then adding these packing rings to the oil rings so that pushes it out a little. Okay, so just follow me and you'll get it better. Alright, so I'll be using this and then the rings from this carton. So this new one will be returned back. I won't be using it. Alright, so that's all. This new one and the two rings, old rings, I won't be using them. So here we go, guys. Okay, this is what we have now. Okay, and I think I need to flatten out this part a little. All right, it's perfect now, guys. So you have to take your time with this and make sure you fit it properly. Don't be in haste. Don't be in haste at all when it comes to piston and rings. Don't be in haste. Fixing the scrapers. Let's hope this thing passes well. It doesn't. All right. So remember what I always say when I fix these things, always make sure they are 120 degrees from each other. By 120, this is how you get it. This part of the rings, the first rings, the opening of this first ring should be at this point. The opening of the second ring should be at this point. So with that, you would easily get 120 degrees. So before fixing this gen, or before losing this gen rather, I tried explaining the fact that the gen is a little bit noisy, and then I owe that to the fact that it could be from the con rod and the shaft. Well, it happened the con rod has eaten up a little, so I will just change it right away since I'm here already. I'll just change the con rod and then we insert this into the gen. So take off this part. This is what we have. Take off the con rod. Use the con rod. Okay. and then you put a new con rod. So all you have to do is to, and this is actually difficult to lose though, but I just did that with a vise. So with a bench vise, I was able to lose this out. So remember what I always teach you guys. I always teach that anytime you are trying to fix in a con rod, make sure this longer part faces this direction of the piston, because the piston's direction is downward, right? So this longer part is always downward so that it can fit in this properly. Otherwise, you are going to damage your generator. You have, guys. Okay, this piston will be going inside now, so that's the next step. So always oil, and don't forget the 120-degree mark still in position, then refitting. The aim is to check every part and see if the rings are enclosed by this clip, and it looks like it is here, so we just tighten. Alright, so up next we fix the other part of the con rod. Very important. And this is what we have done now. We've rinsed the engine, but there's something you need to observe now. I didn't talk about this while I was losing the engine, but it's off. is of note. You have to really listen to it, what I'm about to say now. After fixing the piston, rinse as the case may be, there's always a test I carry out. I just apply a little pressure to it to see if the piston will shake. If the piston doesn't shake, in my opinion, I'm 100% sure the gen will work properly. But if it shakes, then most likely it will still smoke a little. But for this one, it doesn't shake, which means the work we've done so far looks perfect. So the next thing we'll be doing now is to take off this gasket and fix a new one. That's all. Okay, and then remember I said we should change the what is it called, the gasket, because the other one was already faulty. So this is it. You add some gum to it so it's in position, and next you fix. Up next, fix the amateur of the alternator. The only way I will know that if this one is no longer. All right. Five. Up next, fixing the pushing rod.
Cure the labor, one person. You don't be worried now. Get busy. Life. And the consequence, you know, you get transport.
Alright guys, let's kickstart this gen for the first time to see what we've done. And we equally have to set this valve. But before then, let me kickstart the gen first. So we have to clear the environment because the gen is going to vibrate. Alright guys, here we go. Alright guys, that's perfect. Very, very, very perfect. The sound of the gen is even better now, and then it doesn't smoke at all. So I want to quickly set the valves. Let me set the valve a little. Let me set the valve just a little.
Yeah, very much so. I must come to the top and get it. No, there's another hole under that cylinder. That one, there's a hole under. So let me kick that down.
Hello guys, here we go. We are finally done with the generator. Sorry I'm sweating, but you understand the process, okay? So of course this is the aftermath of the work. It was a very hectic job, I must say. I initially planned to finish the gen in 1 hour, but I think we spent close to 3 hours on it now. That's it. That's how machines are. But the good thing is we are done and the gen is working perfectly. The sound is okay, and then it doesn't smoke at all. So let me kickstart the gen for you guys. So that's it guys, till we meet in our next class. It's goodbye from us. But if you've not subscribed to this channel and you see this thing we've done over and over again, we upload quality video, quality content over and over again, and you still haven't subscribed, I don't have anything for you. Please go and subscribe, my friend. Go and subscribe so that when other videos are being posted on this channel, you are many first to see them. I'm exhausted now. Till we meet in our next class. It's goodbye from us. Take care.